for that pause. So I'll continue from where I stopped. So the end will be okay. Like I said, campaign is a journey of faith. Mm. Nobody can tell you for sure, 100% who will win in any campaign in Nigeria and anywhere in the world. It is a journey of faith, just like um, your faith. You see, if you want to build a church or a mosque, you have to hear it. Then you will win more souls to your church. So that's the way campaign is. If you want to win that journey, the person who wins is the person who gets to the finish line with the most number of people. That person must so believe can win the election, then people will join. Nobody follows you when you don't believe that you're doing the right thing or you're going to win. And so people supporting Tinubu will project that he's going to win. People supporting Atiku will project that he's going to win. People supporting Peter Obi, including myself, will project that he's going to win. Even though we are convinced by the fact and the realities on ground that Peter Obi will most likely win. Most likely. But work has to be done. And the work is not bricks and mortars, woods and nails. It is about projecting belief that he is capable and he can win the election. What your enemies will be doing, your opponents, sorry, not enemies, your opponents, what your opponents will be doing is that while you're trying to throw faith around in yourself, they will try to be throwing doubts. So you're saying you can win, they say that you cannot win. They will map out a strategy that will be most effective in making sure that the people feel that you are not the right person and you cannot win the election. You are not the right person and you cannot win the election. So somebody will say that the rigging of the election has started already. They are trying to rig your mind. They are trying to sell you your furniture. They are trying to deceive you that the candidate that can do the work will not be able to win the election. Now, quickly, usually in Nigeria, what we say is not that the candidate cannot win an election, but what we say is that the candidate cannot do the job. But you see, Peter Obi has shown capacity so much everywhere that if you say he's not capable, it cannot fly. So their strategy is to tell you that you cannot win the election. While we are even bothered about the fact that your own candidate cannot do the work. Nobody is arguing that he cannot do the work. It is that he cannot win the election. Based on what? Based on what? There is no fact on ground that will suggest that he cannot win the election. In 2023, it is the same energy. We were famously told that we were just 10 people sitting in a room. No governor, no senator, no House of Rep member, no House of Assembly member, but single-handedly one person in a space of 6 months, six months, was able to rally the whole of Nigeria. Hello, INYI5W. Welcome to my life. How are you doing? Are you from Nigeria? Are you a Nigerian? Hmm. Anyways, so we're just talking about the campaign that is just starting in Nigeria, and we really hope that Nigeria gets it right so that Africa can be pulled up and take its rightful place among the Committee of Nations. So, as I was saying, if he could do it in 2023, this is the fact I'm telling you. Any other person saying any other thing is perhaps playing their game. Nobody knew him. Like nobody, most people actually just heard of him in 2022 with no structure whatsoever. He was able to win the same number of states legally or according to the Nigerian system. Same number of states as people who have had structures for years, plenty of years. So anyone who tells you that he lacks the capacity to win an election is telling you a lie. And the fact that nobody is telling you, I will soon be done, just 10 minutes. Nobody is telling you that he is not capable shows that he is the man for the job. He cannot win an election. He won Nasarawa State. He did better in the north than Kwankwaso in 2023. Wow. Mr. Roy, is that true? Yes, it's very true. He did better in the north. If you add all these votes in the north, he had a higher vote than Kwankwaso. Do you understand? So he won Abuja, he won Nasarawa, he did very well in Taraba, he did very well in Benue. You know, so many places. Southern Kaduna, he did very well in Kaduna. So when people tell you that they cannot win an election, it is part of the war of narrative I have told you. The battle is not flesh and blood. It is not sword and power. It is the battle of narrative. But the Nigerian voter must stay focused. Don't be lost in the battle of narrative. Because what distracts you the most is what they will throw at you. What can take your mind off the real Tomato 95? You're welcome to my life. Are you a Nigerian? Well, if you're not, if you are great, even if you're not, you can also listen to what we're saying. We're talking about the campaigns, the presidential election that is upcoming in Nigeria in the next 6 months. And we're starting campaigns, and we believe that a candidate named Peter Obi can do the job. And we're just trying to explain everything to people out there to know how best to approach the election. The truth is that Nigeria occupies a strategic place in Africa. You know, the black man is disrespected today because Nigeria has refused to do the right thing. You know, I believe you know that out of every five African, Nigeria is one. You know, that's how huge the population of Nigeria is. 1/5 of the Africa's population, just one nation, just one nation. So imagine if we rise and do things right, you know, we'll bring back the pride of the black man. All right. So it's about the war of narrative. Nigeria should stay focused. Focus on what is affecting you. Ask yourself, what are my problems? Am I able to eat 3 square meal? Am I able to provide for my children? Are my children disrespecting me because I cannot provide for them? When my wife is sick, am I able to pay the hospital bill? Am I able to pay my house rent? When rain falls, is everywhere flooded? How many people are dying from cholera that is caused by that rain? Is government talking about issues that matter to you? Do you understand? That is what should make you vote for whoever you're going to vote for. Government is supposed to meet you at the point of your need. They are supposed to meet you at the point of your need. If government is working in Nigeria, 95% of our prayer points will be solved. You know, so we must look at the things that affect us directly as Nigerians, and that should be the reason why we should vote for whoever we are going to vote for. One of the ways they will model up the conversation, because they know it can easily distract you, they will bring up tribe. Because we are very sentimental when it comes to tribe. If as an Urobo man, somebody tells me that Urobos are foolish people, they know that I would, because of that, I will not, because I understand the game. But most people would actually become sentimental as against being intellectual. And so those are the things you're already hearing people calling some people infidels. It's not just coming out randomly, it is coming out strategically to make people begin to forget their intellect and pull out their sentimentality. Because when you're sentimental, you can easily be deceived. Nigerians should stay focused. And I cannot pay my house rent. The president that will make me pay my house rent is what I will vote for. When my wife wants to put to bed, I should be able to go to the hospital and they will not say you pay first and the woman dies. The president that will make that not happen is who I'm going to vote for. Focus on you. And remember, you is not just you. You is generation yet unborn. Protect your own interest. Make your interest the most important thing. And by extension, the interest of your unborn generation. All right? Now, I see that it is starting, the narrative. They will look for our, what do they call it now? Our weak points, lines, the lines that divide us. They will start digging it up. They will sponsor one pastor to say something that will annoy the Muslims. They will sponsor one imam to say something that will annoy the Christians. They will sponsor one Yoruba man to say something that will annoy the Igbos. Because when we are divided as a people, they can easily get their way. And that's the way they divide us. We must stay focused. A Fulani man is a very dangerous person. Leave him. It does not affect my vote. My own vote is what will benefit me. Yoruba people, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not going to deceive me this time around. That is a mindset Nigerians must have going into 2027 election. And I'm going to leave you with this. In case you're confused, because indeed they are good at what they do, very soon you begin to feel some things that, because they will make it happen. Even with people's blood, they will make it happen. Ask yourself, if you have 3 children, right? If you have 3 children and you're traveling out, you're leaving the house, and you have the opportunity to choose among Peter Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu to take care of the children, you'll be back in 20 years. And they are just like 5 years. When you'll be returning, they'll be 25 years. Take care of the children so that when I come after 20 years, I want to see children with great future, great education, and everything. Who would you appoint to take care of your home? Would you appoint a Tinubu? Would you appoint an Atiku? Would you appoint Peter Obi? My guess is as good as yours. It's a Peter Obi you're going to appoint because he will do the hard work. He has compassion. He will have compassion for the children. He will not steal the money you left with him. So in case you're confused, because in the midst of all of this, there are actually certain people that are genuinely confused. Use that as a yardstick. Who will I appoint to take care of my children for 20 years till I return? It is a Peter Obi. And our advice, let's work and make sure Peter Obi gets into office. Because like that, Nigeria would rise and Africa will stand. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.